As the nation's third largest producer of potatoes, Wisconsin potato growers know their stuff. They also know their combined efforts can have an impact on agriculture nationally. Faced with a consumer demand for safe, healthy produce and a desire to create sustainable production standards, Wisconsin potato growers have developed what could be seen as a whole new way of growing food. Through a collaborative effort of the Wisconsin Potato and Vegetable Growers Association, the World Wildlife Fund, and the University of Wisconsin, new strategies have been designed to reduce pesticide use in potato production.
The collaboration effort with the World Wildlife Fund actually started in 1996 as an agreement between the growers and the World Wildlife Fund to look at some specific things to advance agricultural systems to make them more environmentally sensitive. And there were some specific goals within that original agreement to get to this point of having some kind of production system where growers could sell their product if it was grown in this environmental way, and that came about the Healthy Grown brand that the growers are now selling.
Healthy Grown potatoes, the first produce grown for market using IPM agricultural practices.
IPM is integrated pest management, and it's basically taking all of the different strategies you can do on your farm, whether it's biological control or different varieties or cultural controls, such as rotations, or using any kind of strategy to get rid of pest populations so that you don't have the problem to begin with. And part of IPM is to use chemical control when the pests get out of hand and you have to use it, but at the exact timing and at certain times that it's the most effective for them. This is meant to be more of a conventional ag system that can be done on a large scale but can have that environmental benefit.
Justin Isherwood grows his crop on the central Wisconsin land that has been farmed by his family for 6 generations.
We got involved, I think, because we think there's more than economics at stake when it comes to raising this potato crop or doing agriculture generally. We have a lot of practices that we've done over the years that are almost ingrown. We use a lot of materials that are also almost ingrown, and it meant discovering for ourselves, if not through the industry itself, that there are other means, other substances, dare I say chemicals, that you can use that might have a softer touch in the environment. But that's really only part of it. In many ways, Healthy Grown's an attempt to get the farmers to be more integrated with their crop. Not just do it, but understand it from a way that maybe instead of using the standard recipe, you can cut it in half. It's not unlike a diet recipe that you're cutting some of the ingredients down, but you're still ending up with a whole loaf.
All potatoes bearing the Healthy Grown label must meet the standards of Protected Harvest, a nonprofit organization set up to independently certify the use of environmentally friendly growing practices. These standards include protecting wildlife and the environment and reducing reliance on pesticides. Coloma Farms, led by Steve and Mike Dirks, plans to have up to 1/3 of their potato acreage certified as Healthy Grown. And for Steve Dirks, the extra work is worth the effort.
It's more management intensive. There's scouting involved. The decisions are different because you have to use softer chemicals. A lot of the chemistry, or especially old chemistry, would kill a broad spectrum of insect. It would kill beneficials plus the ones you were getting at, so you just clean the field out of everything. With Protected Harvest, we're letting insects and diseases get to a threshold, and then we're just trying to control that disease or that threshold and leave the beneficials. And we're trying to cut down the toxicity of the products we're using, so there's not so much toxicity out in the environment for wildlife and things, so which is what World Wildlife Fund was very encouraged about.
Steve's son, Andy Dirks, has also been an active participant in the Healthy Grown collaboration.
This is the right way to do it, to start taking into account the rest of the system, not just what we're farming, take in the trees and the corners and the wetlands and things that are neighboring farms, is a way that typically farming hasn't been done. And so we're trying to manage the whole system, the whole ecosystem. And that's, I think, the way the future needs to be, because farmers are environmentalists. I mean, agriculture controls a lot of the land in the country, and it's a necessary part of the solution.
A necessary part of the solution. The Healthy Grown Potato Project has become a model of cooperation for a common interest. developing new sustainable farming practices.
Can agriculture coexist with the environment, and I mean the woods and the streams, in a way that they can continue to exist? That's a big question being asked of agriculture right now. Will we become that industrial image that is happening in some places, or will we be an agriculture that says, well, the woods do matter, the wetlands do matter, prairies matter. In the Healthy Grown label, we have people working on prairie restoration. That's fabulous. That's saying prairie belongs as part of the farm system. It's risky ground, meaning from the standpoint of the farmer, to try some of these techniques, because if they fail, the crop is up for grabs. I'm proud of my fellow farmers who are willing to try this, and at some risk to their enterprise. And it's also very pleasing to have an organization like World Wildlife Fund say, you know, maybe we can work on something together.
Working together to provide consumers with a healthier product. Steve McKenzie, owner of Jennifer Street Market in Madison, knows this effort makes a difference to his customers.
We have a pretty strong percentage of people that are committed to knowing what their product is that they're buying, having an understanding of exactly how the process of the product is either grown, raised, and it does affect their buying habits. Especially in this store, there is a large desire for products that are responsible and healthier. Based on the sales, I would have to say that it's very well accepted and desired.
I think the message is that this is a type of program that can be used as a model for other programs as a way to advance ag systems, and that agriculture can be environmentally friendly, and there's a good linkage there, and it's a good way to maintain land and to work the land properly. And I hope that in return that there's some kind of value back to the grower, and that's what we're looking for in the marketplace.
I'd like the consumer to know that we're making an effort to give them a healthier product and one that doesn't have as much impact on the environment, and it's better for everybody involved. It's better for the farmer, it's better for the environment, and it's better for the consumer.
I think part of the success of it would be that we can sell this idea, not just in the state of Wisconsin, but to other states and other commodities. Oh yeah, if we can make enough of a dent that people say, I want to belong to that, that will be a huge success.
Finding common ground for growers, environmentalists, and health-conscious consumers. The Healthy Grown Project strives to address issues of sustainability while meeting the needs of the marketplace. Wisconsin Healthy Grown Potatoes, more than just a produce brand.